So the start of this video doesn't actually do Ark justice, because for some reason when I came over to the Survive the Ark website, the Lost Colony background has gone missing. I don't know where it's gone, but right now this is all I can see. But welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today, we're going to be talking about something pretty crazy, and Ark Ascended is actually cooking, and I'm not talking about in the sense of, you know, I know there's upcoming updates like Unreal Engine 5.7, and some other things like that, but as in the game is really succeeding at the moment. Like, it's like ever since Lost Colony launched, it's kind of gone crazy, and this doesn't happen. Normally a new DLC comes out, it skyrockets all the way to the top, and then it literally does the biggest drop, and yeah, it's pretty nice to see. This is 1 month after the Lost Colony launch now, so we're going to break this down. If you guys do enjoy today's video, drop a like and subscribe, and we're going to get in with this video. Right, so I was actually inspired to do this video. My good friend GP made a video a couple of days ago, it might have been a week ago now, saying how Ark Ascended is actually taking over for the first time in history Survival Evolved. And Ark Ascended has had points where it's had more players than Survival Evolved, but Survival Evolved over time, you know, it's been 2 years now, well, like over 2 years since Ascended launched, and they still struggled to take over Evolved. Now, things are changing, and we kind of saw this happening, but we knew it was going to be a long way away. And if we actually go to the most played games on Steam, by the way, this isn't console, but on Steam right now, if we go down and actually check the player counts right now, Ark Ascended, fair enough, it's on a 50% discount right now, it's still £19, is currently sitting at 46,500 players, which is pretty damn crazy. More players than Helldivers 2, Power World. You know, this is the healthiest the player count has been on Ark Survival Ascended since Ragnarok, and even since Ragnarok launch, Ragnarok dropped faster than Lost Colony did. So the biggest thing we're going to be talking about today is how Lost Colony was actually, even though the DLC was very different and it's had a bit of a difference of opinion, has actually held the player count the longest any DLC has held players and could do moving forward. If we scroll down to 71, Ark Survival Evolved is still thriving with 27,000 players, and it did have 34,000 earlier today, so it's still doing very well. But Ascended is beating this, and it's being on a consistent basis now. So if we come over to SteamDB and have a little bit of a look at how things have gone, obviously I always go to the max. I always go over to the max since it launched, because nothing's beaten its actual launch yet when it had 98,000 concurrent players. And obviously then they literally did not release anything for 6 months, and it completely killed Ascended. This is when I stopped uploading Ark videos for the first time in my life. At this point, I was doing like Power World and Helldivers videos. I've never done that in my life, but it was such a dead point of the game when nothing was out. Even I gave up, and you guys know that I've stuck by Ark for a very long time, and it did rise again when because they did a free weekend and released Scorched Earth. Then it dropped massively, and to be honest, even when the center launched, it was all pretty just up and down. Like Extinction went well December 2024, but still wasn't the same, and then just onwards all the way to Rag was just awful. It just really was awful. And I'm not saying 24,000 concurrent players is bad, right? But for a game like Ark, it is. You know, then Ragnarok came out and it hit 48,000, which is the highest player count that Ark has actually seen for such a long time. But the difference of what we're seeing is every DLC has launched and it's instantly just crashed straight after, because people have tried the DLC, they've played the DLC, they've enjoyed it, but it's been pretty much the same content that they know and they've been able to deal with, and they just kind of enjoy it, and the loyal fans stay around, but about half the player count who come back for the DLC leave. But what we're seeing differently with the launch of Lost Colony is, for a month straight, the people have been so hooked on the DLC that we're seeing a concurrent player count of nearly 50,000 players for an entire month, which on other games may seem different, but it's the fact that the new DLC is so different, it's got more challenges. Studio Wildcard might have seen a chance, and they've actually released something which is working. Now, by the way, I'm not saying the DLC completely works. There's still issues with the boss. There's still issues out there. You know, there's many issues still with this DLC, but it has kept people hooked. And what I've also noticed, which I do notice this from running my LoadedCrysis cluster, is more people are going back to maps like Ragnarok and having fun on it. And it does seem that since the launch of this DLC, a lot more players have decided to come back to Ascended, which is really nice to see. Now, the difference with Ark Survival Evolved is it's got a very dedicated... We have a very dedicated unofficial servers over on ASA, but with no support at all, there has been that kind of, you know, if we go to the max lifespan of Ark Survival Evolved, you know, it always had such a strong player count. You know, Ascended would dream to see the player count of this, you know, and, you know, look at that, free to keep. 248,000 players playing Fjordur, and then obviously then the game got sunset and then kind of died. But to be honest, it's managed to keep itself even after the whole Snail Games destroyed the DLC. You know, when they released the DLC, they destroyed the game. The unofficial clients is what keeps this game alive because it's so strong over there. But the difference is, which is a very big change now, is that Ascended is taking it over. And to be honest, I didn't see this. When I played Lost Colony, I still do play Lost Colony sometimes. I mainly will play on Rag when I play. The difference is this has been on a concurrent wave now. And when player counts drop, Evolved never gets above Ascended anymore. And I think we're slowly getting to a period of time now that when Ascended releases Genesis 1 this year, we've got Dragontopia coming out this year, and so much more, there is a very big chance we could see Ascended rise to levels that we've never really seen it hit before, apart from on launch. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens for the launch of Genesis Part 1. It's a very long way away. We're not looking in, like, we probably won't see Genesis Part 1 until earliest May and June. But the fact is, this player count will diminish a little bit because there's going to be bits of new content, but the big DLCs is what keeps it high, and I think that will diminish a little bit over time. But it's going to be so interesting to see when the Gen 1 map does launch. What do you guys expect we're going to be sitting on? I'm personally going to go, considering it's January 17th and we're still at 46,000, I really believe Ascended is going to reach the 50 to 60,000 mark. And again, not been done since launch. So it's a really interesting situation what we're going through right now. And I hope to see this growth carry on. But the biggest question is, will they be able to use the magic bullet of Unreal Engine 5.7 to make players even more happy? Now, if you are an Ark player out there and you're looking for a place to call home, or you might not have ever played an unofficial server before, come and join us in the LoadedCrysis cluster. The link will always be in the description down below. You may have heard me talk about it, and some people ask me sometimes, Dom, what is a cluster? And pretty much it's a place that we run every single Ark Survival Ascended server completely free. We have admins, US based and Europe based, and it's basically an awesome social hub. Everyone is so friendly. We're like a massive family over there, and I'm welcoming you all to join for free. And you know, even if you're starting from the beginning, if you're ever worried like, do I want to start from the beginning, you know, everyone's so built built up. We have PvP, PvE available, and as soon as you join in, there's trading channels. There's so much different stuff where, you know, people are helping out and trading items and whatever, and just overall, like, if you ever say I'm a new player, you come and join in, people just help you out. We've got all the rules available there, and we support every single DLC launch which comes out for the game each time, and it's always really popular, it's really busy. And if ever, sometimes, if I get a lot of comments sometimes saying, oh, I wish I had friends to play Ark, come and join the cluster. And this is generally some of the best places. I've had some really amazing messages recently. People told me that, you know, people told me that they started a business with each other. Like, real genuine friendships as well have been formed over in the LoadedCrysis cluster. And if that's what you feel like you're missing, and you might want a little bit more social, come and join us. It's always a laugh, and we welcome you, as I say, completely free anytime. It's there and available for you guys. So the link to our Discord is down below to the LoadedCrysis cluster. Come and join us, have some fun, and yeah, that's going to be the video. So thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.